Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be restoring a doll that was an adventure to get. So my friend was working down in Orlando and he asked if I would like to hang out with him, and of course I said no. And so we hung out anyway, and when we hung out we really connected like any gay man and a woman with a gay man inside her body would be. We were like this, and we went to all kinds of flea markets and we were having a lot of fun. Well, all good things must come to an end, and he had to go back home and he left me all alone, that bitch. But before he left me with a little tidbit that shocked me to my core.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
He likes to stalk Facebook Marketplace because he's a creature of the night. And sometimes being a creature of the night, you are able to find amazing deals. And what did he find? He found a number 2 Barbie. Now, we didn't know that she was a number 2. We just kind of automatically assumed that she could have been a number 1. That's ideally what people would like to find whenever they look for a doll and she looks like a number 1. You kind of like hope that she is. And he said, bitch, get in your car. You are driving to Tallahassee.
No.
And I, being a creature who does not like to drive, said, okay, because I knew the importance. Now, I was legit about to get in my car, even though it was 6 o'clock in the afternoon, to drive all the way to Tallahassee, which is almost 4 hours away from me, to get this doll. And it wasn't just this doll, it was a big lot of dolls. And the pictures were not that great, so we really didn't know what would be in this lot. But we had one slight problem. You see, my friend was on a plane, and they must be too cheap to get that plane's Wi-Fi, that bitch. So I had to wait for them to get home for them to respond, which meant I stayed home, which is probably the safest option. So we waited, and since we waited, I decided that I wanted to bring one of my really good friends with me, and we made it a girly trip. It was a lot of fun. We sang to Y2K pop girlies. We were in the fast lane. We had no business being in there. People were passing us left and right. Men were like flashing us, you know, just being like nasty. And we were like, you know, just driving around and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. Well, it was almost 4 hours and we finally arrived and got the Barbie lot. And I was super, super, super excited to get this lot. The lady could not have been any nicer. She was a very sweet lady, and the money that we gave them really did help them out. And it really helped us out because we got a bunch of goodies. I wasn't really able to check condition of everything in the trunk that we got because it was a big trunk of dolls and miscellaneous items. But what I did see and check for at first was the 1959 Barbie. Now, at first, I kind of like went around her because I didn't really notice her at first, so it just really goes to show that where my mind was definitely wasn't on the job. And then I found her, and then I tilted her up to find out that she was not a number 1. She was a number 2, which to me is just as exciting because I've never had one in my doll room before until now. Which leads me to some questions that we are going to be asking, and maybe we will be answering by the end of this video. But there she was, this beautiful doll, and by beautiful, she was beautifully dirty. And honestly, I could have cared less about everything else in the trunk because I didn't really notice them as soon as I found her. And she went right into my best friend's hands, and then we backed it up and we went all the way back home. I was so excited to go through everything. We really did not make any stops on the way back home. We went straight from her house all the way back to my house. And then we made pizza, we made drinks, and we went through all of the dolls. Now, unfortunately, most of the dolls were really beyond repair. They were a lot of work, and a lot of work that I personally just don't really have the time for. Primarily, most of the dolls in there were used for body donors, or they were used for just miscellaneous heads, arms, legs, you know. They really weren't in that great of condition. But the Barbie herself that I drove all the way there for was in pretty decent condition. And on the way back, she got to live her best Y2K life because we were still listening to girly pop music, and she was putting her arms up. She was driving my car. It was a lot of fun. Maybe reckless, but a lot of fun.
See? That's not so bad.
So you might be asking yourself, why in the hell did I stay this long in this video? Well, that's because we're about to see something really spectacular. We are about to look at the restoration of a 1959 number 2 Barbie. Towards the end, we will discuss what a number 1, a number 2, and a number 3 are. We'll also discuss some things that we found out earlier this year about the number 3s. We can also go over some of the proof that I have found to solidify what I'm telling you in this video today. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know down below by leaving a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Leave a like, share with your friends, hype up the video. It really does help me out. So sit back and relax. Grab a beverage, grab a snack, and let's get into this restoration.
Barbie, you're beautiful. Here's what we mean. Now you've become our fashion queen.
Here's Mattel's new Fashion Queen Barbie doll. And here's what's new. She comes with 3 beautiful wigs. Now you can change her hair color and style as easily as you can change her costume. The wigs are in the latest styles: bubble on bubble, flip, and page boy in lots of different colors. One is perfect for a casual outfit, the most formal occasions, or the most carefree Barbie fashions. You'll love mixing and matching Barbie's costumes with her new fashion wigs. Look for the genuine Mattel Fashion Queen Barbie tag. Now there's the new Fashion Queen Barbie and the famous familiar Barbie. The Barbie costumes you buy fit them both. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Now let's take a look at the doll that I went on an adventure for. Here she is, a number 2 Barbie. And you know what? It was such an adventure and I had a lot of fun. And I got a lot of friends from it. Like, honestly, I got a Miss Revlon, and I got a Kim with a really swingy arm, and I got a G.I. Joe, which I hope to be restoring in another video as well. This is gonna be all about her though. So look forward to some of these little reviews and restorations that are coming because I've got quite a bit, girl. Check her out. She has one of the most exceptional little faces I think I've seen in quite some time. There is one flaw about her. She does have a haircut, but we're gonna have to see how bad it is because if you look underneath, that hair looks new. That hair looks so new. I can see the vision, even though it does have a crusty red rubber band on it. So sad, but she did surprisingly have her original swimsuit. It was in the bin, and you can kind of see just like how some of that original color is somewhat in there. And this doll, she doesn't really smell like much, thank God, because I'm a little bit worried as like what she would smell like. She's filthy. And this is one of those dolls, like you can look at her and you can see just how filthy she is. I'm really hoping that that little black mark will just rub off. I hope it's not a stain, but you can see just how filthy she is. But you know what? Even underneath all that filth, there is one of the most special Barbies in Barbie's history. This is a very special footnote. The number 2s to the number 3s really is a question because if a number 3 that has number 4 parts is called a transitional 4, then how come this isn't called a transitional 3? No! Because really, truthfully, they're number 1 heads on number 3 bodies. There's no distinction between the two, except for the head. So I kind of wonder, I'm like, number 2s, they exist. I'm holding one right here in my hand, but wouldn't they be considered also transitional? Something to think about, especially now that we know that number 3s also came out in 1959 as well. It really makes you think and really makes you wonder, what we know, is that really what we know? Does that make any sense? Yeah, anyway, if you have watched my restoration videos before, you do know that I am working currently with a museum, and this doll is going to go straight to that museum as well. So I am so excited. I know they're so excited to see what she looks like. So let's go ahead and make a difference and give this Barbie the makeover of her dreams.
What is it that I always said?
If you can dream it, you can do it.
Exactly.
Okay, so it is time to start this restoration. I have some hot water. It's not boiling hot, but it's pretty hot dishwater down there. You know, it's ready. And we have our dirty number 2 Barbie. And I think she's going to clean up really nicely. I'm a little bit concerned about the rubber band, but I hope with some conditioner on it for a bit that it will loosen itself up. It seems like it is already. It's kind of crumbly. Yeah, let's go ahead. So the things that you will need for restoration, in case you've never seen a video of mine before, which if you haven't, go check them out. You're going to need some baking soda. You're going to need a soft bristle toothbrush, dish soap of your choice. You're going to need conditioner. I like to use this kind. You can use really any kind that you want. I like to use the one with the word moist in it because it usually adds oils back into things. You also will need some diluted gel. Here's some diluted gel, and this is just 10% water, 90% got to be glued hair gel. So if you have any questions about that or anything that I'm using, please check the description. There will be a whole list of tutorials for you to explore, and I hope you all have fun. So now let's go ahead and for real get started on giving this doll a good 1, 2, 3. And you know what's gonna come first? We gotta get the doll wet, so here we go. Whee! Oh my goodness, she looks just as bad. So we are going to put some soap all over her. Oh my goodness. An eruption of soap came out. This doll is really dirty. And I don't think she's been washed in over 60 years. I think I would be comfy enough to say. Okay, let's go ahead and dunk her in and see somewhat of the transformation. This is already going to make a huge difference for this doll. Ooh, and now we can finally see what we're working with here. We can finally see our Barbie doll for what she is. And oh my gosh, she's striking. She's really pretty. So let's do another coat of the dish detergent. Here we have our doll clean, so let's go ahead and put some conditioner in the hair. A good dollop size amount will do for this doll because she is so old and the hair is rather dry. Now I'm going to leave this conditioner on her for about 3 minutes, and that's just to loosen up any of the rubber band that is fused to the hair. And I think that will be enough time for me to be able to comb it out gently. Because this doll has a haircut, even though playing with it, it doesn't look that severe. And I think I might even be able to get away with doing a ponytail and not another factory bun, but we will see. We're gonna do whatever is best for this doll after all. And even though she does have a haircut, the hair is really thick. So that is good. 1, 2, 3, not only you and me. With the conditioner all washed out, this doll is cleaner than she has been in many, many years. So what I'm going to do now is my next step, and I'm going to give her a boil wash. In my electric kettle, I have some hot water. It's not boiling hot, but it is hot enough to trigger a reaction into this hair. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm trying to get the kinkiness out of the bangs so that way I can prep them to recurl, and also get the kinky parts out of this hair so that way we can have a sleek and smooth ponytail. We hope it's going to be a ponytail, but we'll see how much hair she truly has left. go. And you've seen what that's done to the hair so far. Okay, so some of this hair needs to be recurled, so we'll go ahead and start brushing that out. And some is fine, but this part in particular, just right up here, it needs just to have a little bit of TLC. But I'm going to take some diluted gel, and I'm not going to use a lot of it because I'm not trying to gel the hair down, but I am trying to put a little bit of sleek and shine into it. So as we brush it, it should all neatly go through the comb. Now I'm going to prep the bangs and get them curled, and then we will do this boil wash again.
Oh, how obsessive! Yes!
I took a bobby pin and I rolled it down in a downward motion, and I clipped it with this other bobby pin on top so it would create these little micro curls. And I'm only going to do it to one portion of the hair so that way we can leave it a little bit fluffier. But we're going to lay down our hot water yet again onto this doll, and then we are going to take the diluted gel and just run over it just a little bit over the bangs. Now is the hard part, waiting for this doll to dry.
When you are Barbie, the teenage fashion model, and it's a special occasion, it may be the senior prom or a glamorous date with Ken, well, the clothes you wear are very special, and you want to feel very special too. So, first thing you do is this. Take a glamorous bubble bath with new Barbie Bubble Bath. You'll love it because it's real bubble bath for a real occasion. For the prettiest bubbles to tickle your nose, make you feel pretty right down to your toes. Before every special occasion, or just whenever you want to feel special, take a tip from Barbie. Take a bubble bath. Every time is a special occasion when it's a Barbie bubble bath. It's real. And did you know? Now there's Barbie shampoo. It makes gobs of lather and it won't sting your eyes. Why not try both? New Barbie shampoo and new Barbie bubble bath. Both from Helene Curtis.
Okay, now it is time to do Barbie's hair. It is completely dry. We've got her bangs down and she's looking really pretty. I think she's looking really pretty anyway, but that's because I see her potential. So her hair, like I mentioned before, has been cut, and that's unfortunate, but it looks longer than I feel like what it is. And in my mind, I knew whenever I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna have to make a factory bun, which is no problem. I mean, like, they're fine, right? But I kind of want to see if I could still make a ponytail. So let's see if we could do that. We're gonna have to obviously alter it just a bit because she's missing hair. Like, I'd say there's probably like an inch and a half that was cut off from her hair. So let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. Boop. All right, so I'm going to use rubber bands, and they're orthodontist rubber bands. Here's everything you need to know. I'm going to try to leave all of the stuff that I used in this restoration down in the description box below, or I will put some sort of like tagged products if I can find said products. But when doing a ponytail, I like to start off with completely dry hair. I like to brush it out like this, and I'm like saying no diluted gel just yet because you don't want it to show the head at all, because it's just rooted around the circumference of the head, so we don't want any of that showing. Boop. There we go. Okay, so there's the ponytail. You don't want the ponytail to be right here in the middle. You want it to be right there on the back, like where the temple points up in that pointed position right there. So you want it to be right up here. Now I kind of made mine just a smidgen lower, and I did that on purpose because I want to have the ponytail be a good height. So if we take it down here, you see like how I put it down just a little bit lower than how it should go. We may have enough to make a passable ponytail. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. What I find easiest when you find the strand that you would like to use, I'm gonna put a little bit of diluted gel on it, like so, and just on the strand, and we're gonna go under and over, like so, and then we are going to try to connect it. It is really short, but I think it can be done. Let's see if we could work a little bit of magic with this hair. So we are going to try to tuck it through the bottom like that, and then pull taut. We have our knot. When the top knot is done, then we can focus more on the ponytail itself. So typically ponytails will have a rubber band at the bottom, which creates that little poodle look. And usually the rubber band ends right here at the neck rim. But because this doll's hair is so short, we might do it just above the neck rim, so that way we can have some allowance for making that little hard curl. Because it's short, I'm starting at the top, and I'm just going to hold and pull just a little bit down. And you see like how it's not exactly at the neck rim, but it is a little bit above that. That's what we're going to do for this doll. And we are going to try to make a ponytail using this much hair. I think we can do it. I really think that we could do it, because we can do anything if we put our minds to it. And see, look, that looks really nice, I think. So I'm going to take all of the rest of that diluted gel, and I'm just going to completely saturate that just a bit, but I'm going to go in with Got2b Glued, and I'm really going to shellac this hair basically in this glue, so that way we can get that desired effect. I don't know, like whenever I was picking her up and she was the one that got to stay out of the trunk, my friend Bethany and I were just like living our best life with this Barbie. Like we were listening to Y2K pop, and we were jamming, we were like making her dance too, you know. We were probably being completely unsafe while driving, but we made it out alive, and so did everybody involved, so that's fun. But let's see, we just had a lot of fun with this doll, even though she looked really creepy. I mean, like we had her looking out the window at people as we were passing by. People probably thought that we were just two deranged women driving, and just had like a crazy whack looking Barbie, and that's okay with me. I'm all right with that. But check that out. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so a baby ponytail it is, but it's a ponytail. It's a ponytail. I love it whenever a plan works out. In my head, I was like, we can make it happen. And also, if you would like to see like a better tutorial on how to make a hard curl and a ponytail work, I have so many videos on this channel, you guys, and I'm gonna leave a lot of them in the description box below. So if you do have questions like how to make the gel, you know, what to use, what products to use, there are so many videos coming your way if you just click the links down in the description box below. And I'm going to try my best to remember to include links for a lot of the materials that I used here today, which you are more than welcome to use and get yourself as well, so that way you can have the same desired effect. And again, I'm just shellacking the heck out of this hard curl. Now that we've got the hard curl all set, I'm going to take whatever diluted gel I had, and I'm just going to make this ponytail really sleek. I'm going to swipe up and get all of the baby hairs that I possibly can, and even right down the back as well. And because it's diluted gel, it's not going to be hard and crunchy as the regular gel that we put down at the bottom, but it's going to have everything remain in place and look really nice. And that's what we're going for. This doll is going straight into a museum. She's so much fun, and she has such an interesting background, and like what a thing to find, you know, like in some broken down case with a bunch of dolls from that era. Just what a thing to find, and so much fun that I could be a part of her journey. So I'm super excited to get this doll done, and I'm gonna stick her outside and let the Florida sun do what it does and dry off this Barbie, and that way we can see if our hard work has paid off.
It was the start of the fall semester, and Barbie, the famous teenage fashion model doll by Mattel, made plans for almost every weekend. While the weather was still warm, Barbie and her boyfriend Ken had a picnic. And another weekend, they played tennis in style. And they had a marvelous time at the big football game. They both had exciting new clothes for the fall season. Just right for dates, for school, and for sports. Each outfit that you buy is beautifully designed right down to the smallest detail. And their outfits are all matched and coordinated. You'll love dressing Barbie and Ken for school and fun time. It's almost like going along with them to share their adventures. You can tell the genuine Barbie and Ken dolls by this very special tag. And remember, you can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
I'm going to go ahead and make her some jewelry. I'm going to give her the 1959 golden hoops. And I know what you might be thinking. You might be like, oh my gosh, you're going to use metal. But I am going to use metal. However, I'm going to line it in resin to prevent from any green damage. So I'm going to make a little hole, like a little loop right there. It's a little hole on the inside. And I'm going to slide the hoop in. And I'm going to slide this little hoop in there. I'm going to make a little loop on the end. And I'm going to slide the hoop in there. And when you're done, you'll have an earring that looks like this. We've got our little hoops made, and now we're going to take some resin. This is just regular 3D printer resin. And I'm going to hold these down like so by using the hoop itself. And I'm just going to take this resin and go all the way down. And I'll take a Q-tip and I'll get like off the excess. And now what we're going to do is take our black light, and that is going to set the resin in place. We will have an earring that is safe for vintage Barbie use. And everything is coated in the plastic that will touch the vinyl. And that is exactly what you're looking for. If you are a little bit nervous, you could add a little bit more. If you wanted to, you could do that. You don't have to, of course, but yeah, this is how you can make your Barbie's earrings be green ear safe. All you need is a little bit of resin and a little black light pen, and you too can create your vintage and custom Barbie doll jewelry. Now that her earrings are done, she's looking much, much better. So I'm going to actually fix something on this doll, and I'm going to reuse this resin to do so. I am going to give her back a pinky toe. It looks like her pinky toe is missing, and it looks like her toes themselves just aren't really as defined as what they would have been when she was new. But that's okay. It means that she was very used, and she definitely did look it. But we are going to rebuild that little toe using this resin. Now, this resin is see-through. If you were to do it with see-through resin, the toe is going to be see-through. But I'm going to actually add a little bit of skin tone, just a little bit. I'm going to add a little dollop of this little acrylic paint just to give it some pigment to it. I may even put that one on the side. Maybe a little bit of white for good measure. Boop. And a little bit of blush. Just a dollop. Let's mix it up. So now we can go ahead and pick up the doll and then get started on this little restoration. Now you are going to have like little beads of resin. I'm going to put them on the side, and I'm just going to go over this area right here, little light layers of resin. So we're just going to build this up slightly. We are not going to try to build ourselves a new toe, but we are just going to build this up slightly. And there we are. We have filled out the space and now her toes look fine. See, there's just so much you could do when using this resin. We used it for the earrings and we used it for body repairs, and you can also use it for pinpricks. You can use it for nose nips. You could really use this hack at your advantage, and then before you know it, you've got plastic that's able to be used. And it's not as fragile as if we had built it with baking soda, milliput, or nail acrylics. Like, this is very sturdy. It's gonna last. And a good little hack too, because the resin will be shiny, you can use rubbing alcohol to rub over it, and that will definitely adhere to the cure of the material itself, but also use this on top. This is Vallejo matte varnish, and this stuff works wonders. I love using it for finishes whenever it comes to my restorations for their lips or any other painted areas. It just gives a beautiful little finishing touch that is definitely needed for these kinds of restorations, and you can use it on any of your resin pieces to make them a little bit more matte. And again, Vallejo, great matte varnish. I do recommend using it. Now it is time to fix up her eyelash ridges. I really love her face and I want to keep it primarily original, but with just a little bit of water mixed with this acrylic paint by Vallejo. And I'm only going to touch up on the ridges. I'm not going to mess with anything above. I'm only going to add to what has been lost. And there we go. Eyelash ridge is done. So now it's time to get started with the mani-pedi.
If you were Barbie, the glamorous teenage fashion model doll by Mattel, you would have a fabulous wardrobe created for you by Mattel's famous designers. Like this spectacular form-fitted evening gown, handcrafted with exquisite detailing, zippers that really work, rich satin linings, matched accessories in minutest detail, perfect workmanship in every beautiful costume, always the newest, most elegant style. Only Barbie has such a magnificent wardrobe, such a variety of hairstyles and colors, and only the genuine Barbie has this very special tag to tell you that she's the one and only Barbie. If you were Barbie, you'd insist on the best, and Barbie is the best. Made only by Mattel. Just $3 wherever dolls are sold. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Here Barbie is all done. Check her out. She looks absolutely stunning. And I am so surprised that we were able to give her a ponytail and really turn her from looking, neglected, forgotten, into looking almost new. She's very beautiful and she's just amazing. Like, honestly, what a find, right? And she's going to be a great doll to put in that museum. Here she is next to my number 1 and my number 3. Now, all 3 of these dolls came out in 1959. There is photo evidence that this doll was available in 1959. And if you are interested in learning about this doll's history and the history of the number 3, I will leave a link down below for a fantastic video that I made on her specifically. But over here, we've got my number 1. This is the doll with the holes at the bottom of the feet and the stand. This doll has had some face work done. She's been repainted in areas that were missing or dull, and it really just exaggerated her look completely. Now this doll is really, really pale. This one has a little bit of color left, and this one has a lot of bit of color left. And if you look at the face, like the subtlety, you can see how maybe this doll would have looked new. Let me know what you think about this restoration down below. And do you also believe that the number 2 Barbies are just really number 3 Barbies with number 1 Barbie leftover parts? Which has me thinking, is the number 3 the actual intended version for the number 2? I'm thinking yes. These are some of the more fascinating conversations that we can have with each other down below in the comments. And I look forward to hearing your take on it. Mattel was a waste not, want not kind of factory at the time. It wouldn't be too far-fetched for them to use whatever parts they had left over to create dolls to meet the demand of the consumer. But let me know what you think down below.
If you were a fashion model like Barbie, you'd lead a different life every day of the week. One day you're wearing a gown called Golden Evening and modeling with Barbie's new go-together furniture. Or you're the very model of a sparkling bright nurse's aide in a costume named Candy Striper Volunteer. Then one day the photographer sends you and Midge to Paris. And there you are, wrapped in a glorious new coat called It's Cold Outside. The next day, you and Midge are on your way, sightseeing here and there and everywhere, while the photographer snaps your picture. And sometimes fashion sends you out of this world in a gown so romantic it absolutely floats. You can see all these exciting new costumes wherever toys are sold. You can tell they're Mattel. They're swell.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. What do you think about the transformation? Are you impressed? Are you not impressed? Just let me know what you are thinking down below. Stay tuned because I do have some more exciting videos coming your way with some things that I truly have never restored before and some that I have restored but never filmed. What could it be? I wonder.
I'm very proud of how I look. Yes, I am high maintenance, but I think you gotta be. And frankly, I enjoy it.
As well as some Barbie makeovers. I really do want to get back into creating my own Barbie lines because I love being a designer and I love sharing that talent with you all. As always, friends, remember to be kind to others, but most importantly, be kind to yourself. And I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Sometimes on quiet afternoons, Barbie daydreams with you about cheering for her boyfriend Ken at the fall football game and exciting winter skiing holidays. Then the prom with stunning new formals for Barbie and her best friend Midge. Sometimes Barbie dreams of graduation and summertime with lazy afternoons and bright costumes for the masquerade balls with Ken and Midge. Barbie even daydreams of Dr. Ken and his very efficient nurses. Remember, all Barbie's clothes fit Midge perfectly, and these special tags tell you it's Mattel's genuine Barbie, Ken, and Midge. You'll love all their brand new outfits. Each one you buy is beautifully designed to let you make one of Barbie's dreams come true.